Hey there, Bioman here, and welcome back to another video. First off, I want to apologize for this being a little bit later than I usually do, but I had some things to do today, so it's gonna be a late night upload. I still might do two, like I said I was. It just depends how I feel. So today we're talking about, let me see what the title is. Gurankuresuto Senki, otherwise known as Record of Grancrest War. This is going to be the 6th episode called March. So if you haven't seen that episode, I highly recommend you go watch it. And then once you've seen it, come back to this video. So like I mentioned in my last video, I kind of want to make these a bit more of a discussion, less of a review. So the first thing I want to bring up is how basically the episode starts off because Margaret, who is the mage under Vyla, is turning 25, and since he only employs mages, well, female mages, until they are 25, she pretty much has to leave. We don't get to see her leave, but it's kind of made it this big whole emotional deal. But while that Vyla and Margaret are talking before we find out it's her birthday, we find out that there will be a Lords of Lords meeting to discuss about the whole chaos situation. And I don't know how I feel about this. Something makes me feel like this is going to be a trap. But something we do get to know is that let me see what his name is. There you go. Federico Rossini, the one who is in charge of Sistina, Theo's home, is going to be there. And I'm kind of curious to see what's going to happen because Theo was invited. Well, not really invited. Vyla is going to bring Theo with him. I'm really curious to see what's going on, because I kind of feel like Theo's keeping something from us that we don't know. Like, my theory is that he might actually be related to him, and that's why he has a crest. Because Theo hasn't really talked about his past very much. He just says, oh, this is where I came from, and this is the Lord that governs, and he's cruel. And my theory is that maybe, yes, he actually is cruel, and Theo might be, say, his nephew, maybe his son, and he doesn't approve of what his father or uncle is doing, and wants to take and kind of went against him, so he got exiled. So his hope was to raise an army, well, not really raise an army, but get the support and be able to just to take it by force. I really feel like that's what's happening. Like I really think that Theo is actually related to Federico Rossini in some way. He's gonna try to take it from his cruel uncle, father, maybe even a brother. Like I don't know. Like just something does not seem right when you think about it. Now the next thing I want to talk about is kind of just about a little touching moment between Seluka and Theo, because as you saw from the first image that they're having a banquet for Margaret's 25th birthday. It's kind of made a big deal. Vyla and Margaret have a dance, and once they're done, everybody else can dance, which is, I don't get that tradition, but oh well. And I really kind of just want Seluka to admit her feelings for Theo already. Like maybe not directly to him, maybe to like Ashia or somebody like that. Cause like we can all see what she really thinks. Like with the blushing every time when he comes into contact with her. 'Cause, like granted they are really close when they're dancing, but still, like I also just kind of just like how Theo has this clueless look on his face. Like I have no idea what's going on. Now, just there's some stuff that happens in between, but I don't really see that as really that important to the story, or because we see how Malai, not Maliza. Sorry, I'm going ahead of myself. How Margaret and Violet are pretty much talking, basically how they both want to be together longer, but with Margaret being a priestess, that she kind of has to leave, and it's kind of weird why Violet won't take up really anyone as a like not as a bride and well as his past, which I won't go into full detail because again, I just kind of like want that to be in the comment section. Like I want us to have a discussion on this. Like don't be afraid to put something in the comment section. Like it will post. I don't block any. I really don't block that many comments. I only block the ones that are actually offensive. Like if you just disagree with me on something, go ahead and put it in the comment section. Let's have a conversation about it. That's what I'm doing these videos for. Okay, back on track here. We get to see how Maliza, I think his name is pronounced, or who is as a traveling lord that we got to meet. Okay, a couple episodes back, and apparently they're going to take over the Forbes nation. Maliza is heading to the somebody called the venomous snake of Forbes, named or Brannis for short. And Theo heads to a different lord, but we don't get to see him yet. See him yet? I'll get to that later. And while Maliza is at Brannis's castle, he tells the lord to forfeit his crest and get out of here, and you can carry whatever wealth, fortune you can carry. But Brannis doesn't have any of this. He basically has his men surround Maliza. He goes up to him as well, points a sword at him. Maliza's like, dude, just don't. He basically looks at a nearby mage or advisor, maybe both. He basically says, hey boy, what's your name? He has to say the name is, where'd I put this? I think it was like Nicholas. Let me see. Wrote a lot of notes down pretty quickly, so I don't really remember. Here you go. Nicola. That's the advisor's or mage or even both's name. And well, Brannis attacks, and let's just say it doesn't end well for Brannis. That is. He basically gets his sword cut in half, knocked away. The sword is put in his mouth and shoved through, turned, and slit open. And his head is slit open, cut open. Oh yeah, it was a very brutal scene. And basically, all of his men are like attack him all at once, which again was a really bad mistake they made because he ended up killing about 20 people without even getting a single scratch on him. Yeah, when I said this was brutal, it was brutal. I guess some could say it was a massacre. That's like they didn't stand a chance. Now the Brannis, however you pronounce the guy's name, doesn't matter. He's dead. He also had two daughters, like two daughters. I don't know what happened to them. Like the last we see of them in this episode is some dead old guy falling on top of them, which I doubt that killed them. Like maybe they're just unconscious. Like I doubt that Maliza killed them because, like, dude, that's just kind of brutal. They didn't do anything. But yeah, he's basically like, okay, I sacked this castle by myself. Yeah, he just pretty much defeated an entire countryside by himself. Yeah, that is very brutal. Sorry about those weird sounds. I am trying to stop that, but it's kind of a habit. I'll work on it for my next video. Okay, that's all for this episode. But really quick, let's talk about the next episode in theories. My theory is that we're going to get to see Theo, Saluka, and Lassic take on the role that they were assigned to attack. I really feel like that's all this episode's going to be. It's like nothing major, nothing minor. That's about it. Well, we might have some major moments, but that's really about it. Well, this has been Bioland. I'm going to need you guys to do about five things I want to say. So the first thing I need you to do is to click the like button. The second thing is to hit subscribe. The third is to turn on notifications. The fourth is to share this with all of your anime friends. And 5, meet me in the comment section. So meet me in the comment section so we can have a discussion on this video. Bioland is